This is real talk with Oscar Rivera. That would be me, the exegetical thug, aka 210. Just keeping it real. That's it.
1 2 1 2.
Keep it real. 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 Keep it real.
All right, here we are once again. Real talk with your boy 210, episode 2. There's been a lot of craziness going on in this world, and just recently, there's just been a lot of Facebook turmoil on Red versus Blue. I mean, this is crazier than most Blood versus Crip sagas, and you're just kind of like, what? This is politics, people. What is going on? Listen, first and foremost, this is gonna have nothing to do with politics, because I'm tired of all the politicking that's going on social media and conversations. We've had enough of it. It is done. It is done. It is done. Done. That's it. Let's just move on and continue to pray and continue to just, be unified by something, man. And I'm here to unify you guys in some way, shape, or form. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I got 2 words for you. Doctor Strange. That's what's up. Yes, no politicking. We talking about Marvel Studios' Doctor Strange. Holy shnikes. If you haven't watched it, then listen, it's time that we step out of this world and step into a whole different world, man. I was absolutely just floored by this movie. First and foremost, I don't anticipate any spoilers or anything like that. But as a disclaimer, since this is unscripted and just going off the cuff, listen, and I will try to responsibly not mess with it. Okay, so that's all I gotta say. But Marvel Studio is yet to disappoint you. They've been doing their thing. I knew nothing about Doctor Strange, so little confessions here. I knew that he was, a character within the Marvel universe. I knew that he had a cape. I had no expectations going into this movie other than Marvel Studios yet to fail with a good movie, and man, they delivered. And I was completely just flabbergasted at number 1, it was cinematic and it was awesome, but number 2, the spirituality involved in that movie was just kind of it was out of this world, but it was interesting. Now, mind you, I'm a devout Catholic, man, and I love my faith, and there's absolutely nothing that's going to deter me from that, regardless of what people say. It was cool because this movie kind of inspired where I was with my spirituality in terms of my ability to just submit, you know what I mean? My ability to not just be about something just to be about it, with this hidden desire to just be self-pleasing, you know what I mean? And if you watch the movie, you know what I'm talking about. Doctor Strange kind of dealt with this issue of he thought he was helping people, but really he was just kind of genuinely helping himself. How do you break that, This movie was awesome because it made me think, just like the quote-unquote ancient one was saying, is that it's not about you. It's not about you. You know what I mean? What you do shouldn't just be about you. I asked an interesting question to a bunch of youth, and the question was simply this, what career path are you taking? What career path are you taking? And are you taking it just for you, or are you taking it to be kind of the betterment of this world? Are you going to be a doctor just to make bank? Or you want to be a doctor because you want to save lives. You know what I mean? What are you doing? And it was a challenging thing for me because it really put things into perspective. It was man, why do I do what I do? Am I doing it for me? Because it's not about me. It's about everyone else, And I think our world doesn't really know that. We don't have that healthy dose of selflessness, you know? We're all about ourselves. We're so self-absorbed that we just stop thinking of other people. And sometimes we think that what we do is for the betterment of others, but is it really? Is it really? Is it 100% that other person that we're thinking of? Or have we broken it down percentage-wise, you know? Is it like the 80-20, the 70-30, the 60-40, the 50-50 split? We're really looking out for the other person. We're not all perfect in this case, but that movie Doctor Strange was just phenomenal in the sense that it just kind of like made you step outside of yourself, you know? And I almost gave some stuff away. I'm really trying here to not give anything away. But if you haven't seen it, I mean, I would suggest giving it a shot, looking at it and seeing where you can pull out those Christian values, because there's a lot of it in there, you know? It's in the mix of a lot of crazy other kooky stuff, but it's there, it's evident, it's concrete. It's concrete, you know? I think if Thomas Merton were to ever direct a film, it would probably have been closer to the Doctor Strange film, you know? But it was just great. And one of my favorite lines in it, man, is that one doesn't overcome their demons. They just learn to rise above them. Holy shnikes. What? I'm going to say that again. One doesn't just overcome one's demons, but they learn to rise above them. You know what I mean? Wow. And I sat there and I was about to eat some popcorn, but it just froze right there, you know? Just froze right in front of me because I was just chewing on that just simple phrase and saying, wow, what is it about this movie that's just, it's Hollywood saying something to me about God. So I just encourage, go check it out. If anything, it'll be a nice nice time away from the madness and whatnot, and get to see a few things. If you're a big Marvel fan, you may want to start looking for the little Easter eggs that are in there. Don't look online, because it may spoil some things, but just kind of look at how Doctor Strange is going to kind of like bring some of the universe together, especially with some of the recent films that we've seen, you know, and especially leading up to the Infinity Wars, you know. I was, like I said, I understood who Doctor Strange was just by look alone, but understanding what he has, is just kind of like, wow, this dude's powerful. You know, I want to close with just this. And it was part of the movie, and in part of the movie, I believe the quote was, I'm going to paraphrase it, but it was like, what the Avengers do to protect the world physically, we do to protect the world from the unseen, you know, or from the mystical, as they called it. In our profession of faith, we claim these things that are visible and invisible, you know. We realize that there is a visible reality and that there is an invisible reality, and we can't like separate the two, you know. One's fiction and one's not, you know. Like the church is both human and divine, and we have to understand that element. So like I looked at my role as what I do within the faith as something crucial. Is crucial. Am I going to make history? No doubt about it. But am I going to make history in terms of, you know, what the world would document? No, probably not, you know. But in terms of building up the kingdom and building up the divine, man, I sure hope so. So anyway, listen. This is Real Talk. If you've seen the movie, tell me what you think about the movie. You can leave it in the comments. If you agree or disagree with anything that I said, go ahead and leave it in the comments. But if you're going to go ahead and spoil the movie, make a little disclaimer. And number two, if you're going to disagree with anything I'm saying, go ahead and be polite about it. All right? I don't want to see none of this Facebook nonsense that's been going on with the name calling and all the other stuff. All right? So if you're going to start name calling, I'll leave your comment up for like 0.5 before I go ahead and delete that. Go ahead, get engaged in it. This is Real Talk. We live in a strange world. Stop the politicking and go ahead and watch Doctor Strange if you feel up to squashing Real that selfishness. I'm out. Episode 2. Keep it real. Keep it
real.